Have you ever wondered why some people seem to make money even when they're sleeping, while others grind every single day and still can't get ahead? Let me tell you something that schools, your boss, and even your financial advisor probably never taught you. Wealthy people don't work harder, they work smarter. And the real secret? They own assets that pay them every single month, whether they clock in or not. Most people think you need a lot of money to start building passive income. But that's not true. Today, I'm going to break down the exact types of income-producing assets that can start working for you, even if you're starting with $0. This is straight from the playbook of Robert Kiyosaki, author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And trust me, once you understand this, you'll never look at money the same way again. We were all taught the same formula. Go to school, get a good job, save your money, invest in your 401k, work for 40 years, retire, and hope it's enough. But what if that formula is broken? Kiyosaki teaches a different rule, one that the rich have been using for decades. Don't work for money. Let money work for you. And that starts with building assets. Not the kind you were told to buy, like a new car or a bigger house. I'm talking about assets that generate cash flow, monthly money in your pocket whether you're working, traveling, or taking a nap. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact assets that have paid me month after month, and how you can start building them even if you're broke, deep in debt, or living paycheck to paycheck. If you've been stuck in the rat race, this is the key that opens the door. Stay with me, because once you learn this, you'll never go back to trading time for money again. Most people spend their entire lives working harder, saving what little they can, and hoping someday it will all pay off. They wake up early, fight through traffic, chase deadlines, and come home exhausted, only to repeat the cycle the next day. It's called the rat race. You run and run, but you never actually get anywhere financially. Sound familiar? That's because the system wasn't built to make you rich. It was designed to keep you working. From the time we're kids, we're taught to get good grades, find a safe job, and trade our time for a paycheck. But no one ever teaches us the truth about money. No one ever says, "Don't work for money, make money work for you." Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, said it best: "The rich don't work for money." Let that sink in. The wealthy have figured out something most people never will. They don't rely on a job. They don't panic when they get laid off. They build income-producing assets, things that put money in their pocket every single month, whether they show up or not. Here's the cold truth. Your salary might help you survive, but it will never help you escape. Real wealth comes from cash flow, not from working more hours or saving every penny. And the best part? You don't need to be rich to get started. In fact, some of the most powerful assets can be built with $0 up front. So, if you're tired of working harder and still feeling broke, this is your wake-up call. You don't need another raise. You need a new mindset, a cash flow mindset. Comment, "I choose cash flow over paycheck," if you're ready to break out of the rat race and finally take control of your financial future. Your journey starts now. Robert Kiyosaki didn't get rich by working a job. He got rich by creating an asset. His book, Rich Dad. Poor Dad didn't just make an impact. It became a global income-producing machine. He sold the rights to publish it in over 50 languages, collecting royalties from markets he never had to step foot in. That book became a digital product that paid him over and over again, long after he finished writing it. Now, here's the part most people miss. You don't have to be a best-selling author to do the same thing. You don't need to write the next Rich Dad, Poor Dad. You just need to create something that solves a specific problem. That could be a 10-page PDF, a short online course, a printable planner, or a digital template. We live in the information age. Your knowledge, your skills, your ideas have value. And once you package that knowledge into a product, you've got yourself an asset. Think about it. You create it once. No inventory, no warehouse, no employees. Just value delivered through the internet. And as long as people keep buying, you keep getting paid. It doesn't matter if you're asleep, on vacation, or building your next project, your digital product keeps working. That's the magic of leverage. That's what Kiyosaki means when he talks about making money work for you. And yes, you can start with zero. All you need is an idea, a solution, and the will to share it. Platforms like Gumroad, Teachable, and Canva have made it easier than ever to create and sell without spending a dime up front. If you're tired of starting every month from scratch, hoping your paycheck lasts, this is your opportunity to build something once that pays you again and again. Comment: I will create value and sell it if you're ready to turn your knowledge into cash flow. Imagine getting paid month after month for something you created just once. That's the power of licensing intellectual property, an income stream most people overlook because they think you have to be famous or ultra-talented to make it work. But that's just not true. In fact, regular people are turning their skills into monthly royalty checks every day, and many of them started with nothing but a laptop and an idea. Take music, for example. Producers are licensing beats online, earning passive income every time someone downloads or streams their track. Artists and photographers are uploading their work to platforms like Adobe Stock or Shutterstock and getting paid each time their image is used. Coders are writing simple tools or plugins and licensing them on sites like GitHub or marketplaces like Envato. You don't have to create the next Grammy-winning hit or design the next iPhone. You just need to solve a problem or add value in a way that's useful or entertaining. The key here is ownership. When you license your work, you don't sell it, you rent it. That means you retain the rights while others pay to use what you've created. And when done right, this becomes one of the most powerful forms of leverage there is. You do the work once and get paid over and over. It's no wonder Robert Kiyosaki emphasizes owning income-generating assets. Licensing is a form of ownership that works for creatives, tech-savvy folks, and problem-solvers alike. Whether it's a song, a photo, a line of code, or even a simple design, your intellectual property is a digital asset waiting to be monetized. And in today's world, the tools to license and distribute your work globally are more accessible than ever. You don't need a massive following, just a valuable creation and the mindset to leverage it. Comment: I turn creativity into cash flow if you're ready to license what you know and start getting paid for it month after month. What if you could make money by recommending products you already use and love without ever creating anything yourself? That's the power of affiliate marketing. No product, no inventory, no customer service headaches, just smart positioning and the right link at the right time. Affiliate marketing is one of the easiest ways to start building monthly income, especially if you're starting from zero. Here's how it works. You sign up for an affiliate program. Amazon, Shopify, Coursera, or thousands of others. They give you a unique tracking link. You share that link in content you create, a YouTube video, a blog post, a review, even a simple social media post. When someone clicks your link and makes a purchase, you get paid a commission. That's it. You didn't ship anything, you didn't build the product, and you didn't handle the transaction. You just connected the buyer to the seller and took a piece of the profit. And the best part? You can build it once and get paid over and over. A blog post written today could still generate clicks and sales months or even years from now. A video you post this weekend might continue earning for you long after you've moved on to the next project. That's real leverage. Your time and effort multiplied. Robert Kiyosaki teaches that the poor trade time for money, but the rich build systems that pay them regardless of effort. Affiliate marketing is exactly that, a system that runs 24/7. You can start with nothing more than a phone and an opinion. Review products you use, create helpful tutorials, or simply recommend books and tools you've benefited from. You don't need a website, a team, or a business loan. Just your voice, your experience, and your willingness to take action. Comment: I will earn while I sleep. If you're ready to start building an affiliate income stream that works even when you don't. YouTube has quietly become one of the most powerful platforms for building long-term digital assets. Unlike social media posts that disappear after a day or two, a single YouTube video can earn money for years. It's not just a platform for creators. It's a machine for building passive income, even if you never show your face on camera. Every video you upload has the potential to generate multiple streams of revenue. The most obvious one is ad revenue. Google pays you a share of the money advertisers spend to place ads on your videos. But that's just the beginning. You can also add affiliate links in your video descriptions, earning commissions on products you mention. On top of that, sponsors will pay you to talk about their brand once your audience grows. And here's the kicker. None of this requires a huge following to get started. You don't need millions of subscribers, just consistency, strategy, and content that solves a problem or entertains. Robert Kiyosaki teaches that assets are things that put money in your pocket. A YouTube channel, done right, is exactly that. It's a 24/7 salesperson that never sleeps, never calls in sick, and never stops working for you. And thanks to automation and outsourcing, you don't even have to appear on camera. Thousands of faceless YouTube channels are earning passive income through narrated list videos, screen recordings, or stock footage with voiceovers. They script, record, edit, and upload, sometimes using freelancers or AI tools, and still generate thousands in monthly income. The upfront work is real, but the long-term payoff is what makes it an asset. Build it once, and your content keeps getting views, clicks, and payouts day after day. YouTube isn't just entertainment, it's a digital real estate empire, and every video is another property you own. If you're ready to stop scrolling and start building, comment, "I'm building my YouTube asset," and take the first step toward turning views into cash flow. Real estate has always been Robert Kiyosaki's bread and butter. It's the asset class that turned him from an entrepreneur into a millionaire, and it remains one of the most proven ways to generate consistent monthly cash flow. But here's what most people get wrong. They think you need to have millions of dollars, perfect credit, and a real estate license just to get started. That's simply not true. What you really need is strategy, hustle, and a willingness to think creatively. You don't even have to own property to start making money from real estate. Rental arbitrage is a method where you lease a property long-term and then sublet it short-term through platforms like Airbnb. With the right agreement and a well-furnished unit, you can generate cash flow without owning the asset. Then there are REITs, real estate investment trusts, which let you invest in large-scale property portfolios through the stock market. It's like owning a slice of real estate with zero maintenance, and you can start with as little as $10. If you want to go deeper, partnerships can be a powerful entry point. Bring sweat equity, marketing skills, or property management know-how to the table, and partner with someone who has the capital. Kiyosaki built much of his empire through relationships and creative financing. He didn't always use his own money, he used his financial intelligence. What matters most isn't how much you start with, it's how you structure the deal. Real estate is one of the few assets where you can control the income, the expenses, and the growth. You can raise rents, lower costs, increase value, and refinance. And every month, your tenants pay down your debt while you collect the difference as profit. Real estate isn't just for the wealthy, it's for the educated and resourceful. Comment: I build wealth with real estate if you're ready to stop waiting for the perfect moment and start turning properties, owned or not, into monthly income. When most people think about the stock market, they think about gambling. Buy low, sell high. Time the market. Get in, get out. But that's not how the wealthy approach it. Not if they want to build real, steady income. Robert Kiyosaki teaches that the goal of an asset is simple. It should put money in your pocket every month. That's why dividend-paying stocks and index funds are a quiet powerhouse for anyone looking to build long-term cash flow. Dividend-paying stocks are companies that share a portion of their profits with you, the shareholder, on a regular basis. That means every quarter, or even every month, you get a payment just for owning the stock. You didn't clock in. You didn't do any work. You simply made a smart choice once, and now you're collecting checks. That's the definition of passive income. Index funds take it a step further. Instead of betting on one company, you're buying into a collection of the biggest, most profitable companies in the world. And many of these funds pay dividends too. It's a way to build a diversified portfolio that not only grows over time, but pays you along the way. You're not just watching numbers go up on a screen, you're getting paid while you wait. Kiyosaki always says the poor work for money, and the rich make money work for them. Dividend investing is how you do that in the stock market. It's not about hype or headlines, it's about building a steady stream of income that comes in whether the market is up or down. The beauty of this strategy is that it's accessible. You can start small, reinvest your dividends, and over time, grow a portfolio that pays you hundreds or even thousands per month. The goal isn't to trade, it's to own. Comment, I make my portfolio pay me, if you're ready to shift your stock strategy from chasing gains to building income that never sleeps. Imagine becoming the bank, earning interest instead of paying it. That's exactly what peer-to-peer lending and crowdfunding platforms make possible. They allow everyday people to invest in others' projects, small businesses, or real estate deals with as little as $10 to $100. And while this strategy isn't without risk, it offers a powerful way to start generating passive income and build real-world financial intelligence. Peer-to-peer lending connects you with borrowers who need a loan, whether it's for a business, debt consolidation, or personal use. Instead of putting your money in a traditional savings account earning less than 1%, you lend it directly to someone and earn interest, often in the range of 5% to 12% or more. That means your money is working harder than it ever could sitting in a bank. Crowdfunding platforms work similarly, but instead of individual borrowers, you're investing in things like apartment buildings, new startups, or even farmland. This asset class does come with a higher level of risk. Not every borrower pays you back, and some crowdfunding projects don't pan out. But that's exactly why it's such a great learning tool. As Robert Kiyosaki says, education comes from experience. With small amounts, you can start to understand how deals work, how returns are calculated, and how to analyze risk versus reward. It forces you to think like an investor, not a consumer. What makes this model so powerful is accessibility. You don't need to be an accredited investor or have 6 figures sitting in the bank. You just need to be willing to learn and put a little skin in the game. Over time, those small bets can become a solid stream of interest income. The key is to treat it like a business. Diversify, study the platforms, and reinvest your earnings. Comment, I earn like the bank, if you're ready to flip the script and start collecting interest instead of paying it. Robert Kiyosaki draws a clear line between being self-employed and being a business owner. Most people don't know there's a difference. They leave their 9-to-5 to be their own boss, but all they've really done is buy themselves another job, one that comes with longer hours, more stress, and higher taxes. Kiyosaki puts it plainly. Self-employed people pay the most tax. Why? Because they trade time for money, just like employees, and they have to do everything themselves. True business ownership is different. It's not about doing the work, it's about building the system that does the work for you. When you own a real business, your job is to build the engine, not drive the car. You don't get paid to be there. You get paid because the machine runs whether you show up or not. That's the mindset shift that separates the wealthy from the worn out. In today's digital age, building a system has never been more accessible. A simple online store, a niche content website, a digital marketing agency, these can all be automated with tools and outsourced teams. You can use virtual assistants, pre-built platforms, and software to handle the heavy lifting. You set up the structure, and once it's running, you step back and manage, not hustle. Kiyosaki teaches that the rich own systems that generate cash flow. They don't sell hours, they scale assets. The more your business can run without you, the more valuable it becomes. And the best part, you don't need a giant budget or fancy office to get started. Just a service people need, a process that delivers it, and the discipline to build the system instead of just doing the work. If you're ready to stop owning a job and start owning a machine that prints income, comment, "I build systems, not shifts," and commit to creating something that pays you, whether you're at your desk or on a beach. The rich don't work harder than you. They don't have more hours in the day or some secret hustle gene. What they have is a different mindset, a cash flow mindset. Instead of trading time for money, they acquire assets that work harder than they ever could. Every month, those assets send them income whether they're working, traveling, or sleeping. That's the game. That's the shift. And it's available to anyone who's willing to learn and take action. You don't need to wait for a raise, win the lottery, or get the perfect job. You don't need to earn 6 figures to change your life. What you really need is a strategy, a system that focuses on building assets that pay you over and over again. That's what Robert Kiyosaki has been teaching for decades. That's how true wealth is created. The biggest lie most people believe is that financial freedom is only for the rich. But the truth is, financial freedom is for the smart, the ones who choose to build instead of spend, to learn instead of scroll, and to invest instead of consume. Whether it's a digital product, a YouTube channel, rental real estate, or a dividend stock portfolio, your journey doesn't start with a massive bank account. It starts with a decision. You now know the blueprint. The question is, will you take the first step? The rat race isn't going to end on its own. Your boss isn't going to hand you freedom. It's on you to build it. But the moment you start, you begin to shift from surviving to scaling, from paycheck to passive income. So now it's your turn. Which asset are you going to build first? Comment below, "I'm building cash flow starting today," because that's where your real wealth journey begins. Not someday, today. If this video gave you a new perspective on money and opened your eyes to the power of cash flow, do me a favor. Drop a like and subscribe to the channel. We've got more videos coming your way packed with real strategies to help you build wealth, escape the rat race, and finally take control of your financial future. And hey, don't just keep this to yourself. Share it with a friend, a family member, or anyone who's still stuck thinking that a job alone is the path to freedom. Let's build a community of action takers who don't just dream about success, they build it, asset by asset. If you've made it to the end of this video, I want to hear from you. Comment, "I watched until the end and I'm building assets so I can give you a heart and a shout out in the next video." Remember, you don't need to be rich to get started. You need to get started to be rich. Keep learning, keep building, and most importantly, keep creating income that works for you. This is just the beginning. I'll see you in the next one.